Regardless of how bad the economy is, there's always that one sector that benefits from the madness. The key to profitable investing is to identify those sectors and invest in good companies within it. Listen in to get some tips to support your investing decision. Hi, my name is Ola, and on this channel, I share tips and insights for anyone looking to build lasting wealth through investing and intentional financial planning. Today, I'll be talking about economic trends, current economic trends, and possible investment opportunities you might find within the noise. Yes, I said it. There will always be businesses that would benefit from every negative news you see or hear, right? So the idea is for you to find what businesses you can invest in within that sector, and you are happy, home and happy. You'll agree with me that no matter how great a seed is, it will only flourish if the soil and the weather is right for it. The same with investing. No matter how good a company is that you're investing in, and no matter how good the business idea is, if the economy isn't ripe or positioned for it, you know that that business will not thrive. And you have to bear that in mind when investing. So it is very, very important to be able to read the economy and then identify the sectors that will thrive with the current economic situation, and then look for companies within them that will make you the money you're looking for. So what's happening right now? There's an increased focus on economic recovery. There's low interest rates. There's government support. There's cash handouts. Basically, every government is trying to find ways to kickstart their economy. In light of what has happened the past 1 year. In addition to that, a lot of businesses have shut down. People have lost their jobs. People have had foreclosures. People have had to move out of their homes. A lot of things have happened economically. Now, it might seem like it's all gloom and doom, but let's draw out some things from it. So what interest rates are low, and the idea and the expectation that interest rates will stay low for a while. What opportunity does that bring? Let's take housing, for example. A lot of people might have had to sell their houses because they couldn't afford to pay their mortgages anymore because they lost their jobs. So what can happen to the real estate sector? One, prices go down, right? Interest rates are also low, so the cost of your mortgage will be low, right? So it might be a good time to enter into properties. For the holder of cash or someone who has good credit and low interest rate, it will be a good opportunity to buy up houses that you ordinarily not be able to afford. Another thing to note is that there are some sectors that will always be relevant to the economy, regardless of whether the economy is good or bad. For example, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, utilities, agriculture, fast moving consumer goods. One way is to find companies within those sectors that are viable and then put your money in through either if they have any debt issuance, or if they like that's like a bond, or if they issue equity or they have private equity. But you have to seek these things out. You have to find out if you're listed on the exchange. It's easier, but then I'm just helping you create a strategy given the current economic reality. Another thing that I am sure you would agree with is that tech is the new oil. Like, the way there was the oil boom, there is actually a tech boom right now. And if you are building a retirement portfolio, if you're in your 30s, right, or 40s, and you're building a retirement portfolio, you need to have tech in your portfolio, because every business at this point will end up having something to do with tech. So there are two things. Number one, there's some tech companies that are already listed, and look for the ones that will still be that you think will still be relevant in the future based on what they have said their strategy is. That's one. Another way is to look for some tech companies that are creating solutions right now that you can see that the solution they are creating is viable and is scalable. Because the essence of tech is not for it to reach only 100 people. The essence of tech is for it to go global, to go viral, right? So find tech companies, either listed or unlisted, that have solutions that are scalable currently and will be scalable into the future, and put your money in. You need to have tech in your portfolio. Another trend you need to consider in deciding on what companies to invest in is the fact that the new normal of working from home has created some new gold mines. For example, telecommunication, logistics businesses. Now, if you are built, the truth about it is that it's not going to change anytime soon. Even after the vaccines come out and all that, the culture of remote working is most likely going to stay. And the need for communication will always be there. So in creating your portfolio, identify communication or logistics companies that you think can grow. Even if it is your friend's business. I'm talking about friends' businesses. I did a piece on how to invest in your friends' businesses because it might start small but go big depending on the structure and the strategy, right? So don't look down on businesses that are just starting. If you have an opportunity to invest in your friends' businesses, I did a piece on investing in your friends' businesses. I will drop the link in the description box. Check it out as a guide. And if you follow those steps and do all the due diligence, you should be fine to a very large extent with all the disclaimers I put there. Yeah. But basically, find a communication or identify communication and logistics businesses that are viable and they should take you into the future with wealth. In summary, there will always be investment opportunities regardless of the state of the economy. And I am really begging that don't just follow what you see in terms of everything is going bad. Look out for the opportunities. There will be people that would sell properties at unbelievable prices. There will be businesses that are viable that will decide to list because they need additional capital. There'll be all those things, but your mind needs to be like open to finding them. Your mind literally needs to be open to find them, and your mind needs to understand the trends and why this is a viable, why it's a viable investment decision. The easiest way to get into the game is by investing in the stocks of these companies. Now, remember that when it comes to stocks, you have to be conscious of time. It's a long-term play. In the past 3 to 6 months, we've seen some major recoveries, right, across all markets. But it doesn't always happen like that. The stock market is actually a long-term play, and you need to be conscious of that when you are going in. Because as much as you can enter right now, the prices can actually crash tomorrow. Something can change the game. But if you are there for the long haul and you believe in that business, value would always align with price, or price will always align with value over time. You need to be conscious of that. Trust this was useful. I always end with this. You can't outsource your health and your finances. You have to engage. Regardless of anything, you have to engage, right? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, and I will see you next week. Bye.